Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. We are in the year 2049. It is July. We're gearing up for Djibouti. You heard me right, I said Djibouti, not your booty. So, we're going for it. And try and take it with our small leftover Marine regiments, or divisions, armies, whatever you want to call it. Whatever this breakdown of Marine grouping is, or Marine forces. So we're getting that going. I can't fix some things from today's comments in the America playthrough. That's already pre-recorded, probably through the end of it. But I can start implementing a little bit of procedural changes for the Chechnya playthrough. So I'm going to try and get into the habit, unless I accidentally over-record, of showing the ledger at the end of the episode after everyone who cares. I mean, maybe some people that's the only thing you pop in for, but it'll be at the end of the episode, so you can skip to the end. Starting with the next episode, though, I forgot on this one. All right, so we're short, a little under 3,000 IFEs. Tanks are just gonna be a problem forever for us. It's not that we don't have the military factories; it's we do not have the resources. Like technological metals, aka tech metals, is a horrible thing. And then we also have our trains just derailing all the time because of these graphical errors. You can nah, that's just the graphical bug. It looks like they just don't quite align. In other news, though, looks like I probably do need to get these rail lines going, though. I did not bump these up for whatever reason. I'm gonna go ahead and get these moved up. Yeah, R2, these are all... There's a bunch of rail lines I was planning to build that I never built. And obviously state defense networks would be super helpful. Yeah, do I want this here or here? Probably here is fine. It gives me better support in the central corner. And then I can use one of these as a hub, I guess. Yeah, and I definitely need more Marines, more airborne troops. Oh god, we have no airborne troops. If we're gonna go for Somalia, because we have to just overwhelm the American tanks if we go that route. Let's see, some unassigned divisions. These are the ones provided by the Kazakhstani region. So yeah, we're just waiting on the political power. So that'll be coming up pretty quick. Kind of is pretty bad that we have just a pocket of Chechnya on the back end of Uzbekistan. That's not great. Oh, look at Iran. European unit. Are they fully in it? They're a subject of Israel, okay. They're completely a subject of Israel, too. And then Israel somehow has the Sinai Peninsula. Don't know how that happened. The target of war goals So Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Israel look like. Yeah, it looks like the USC is trying to actually take over Egypt, Israel, and Iran and Saudi Arabia, even though they're in their alliance. That bodes so well for us. So well for us in the future. Super promising, guys. What you want to see is your neighboring superpower just repetitorily declaring war on their own subjects. Like, it's not even worth joining them. Doesn't help. They're still gonna take you out. Like, this is bad. That's bad vibes. Oh, and this guy is not a good general for us. She can have 26 divisions. Yeah, we're gonna get her in charge. She's the perfect number at 18. Um, I think we need more mechanized units though, for sure. And we can take these broader offensive actions in scope here. Go along into the mountain range. Finished up the last of the intel agency upgrades. So the Rook intelligence agency is what it's gonna be. That's as best as we're gonna get. Best we're gonna be ever. And if all this didn't take political power, I might be interested in getting some of those. Attack choppers. How much I want you, but how much I cannot afford. Literally the worst thing is not being able to afford them. And still needing them. We definitely need attack choppers if we're gonna win a modern war. Yeah, South Africa. Zimbabwe, Namibia, the Sudan and Chad and Darfur regions, and Cameroon are very much on the table right now for us. I think from a resource standpoint, it won't allow us to attack Europe because we don't have an external route to get resources to us. But it will give us a way to make offensive actions against either Australia, the Republic of Africa, Brazil, or even NATO. Europe kind of has us in a chokehold, just geographically. Like if you could visualize someone holding you to the ground and shoving your face into water, that's what Europe's doing to us right now for as the Chechens. Like there is no alternative to being friends with them. And then here, yep, nothing to do. We need all the political power we currently have. So we'll just wait. We're gonna wait it out. Yeah, and I think I get looks like 10, at least 10 technology medals for getting Kazakhstan. and Tajikistan. That would be pretty good. And yeah, we're still trading with a bunch of different nations. Honestly, Southeast Asia probably gonna be on our list since we do have a swing island nation here. We can with the Maldives that we can make movements towards. Yeah, and if I remember right, Sri Lanka just had a ton of units on it. So let's see. I don't see anyone guaranteeing essays. I think that's how you say that. I don't know. But I don't see them having a ton of units for the resources. That would be a target possibility for us, which would give us another stepping stone into this region, and particularly Malaysia. China would be so nice to take over. If we could take over China. But we really don't have a way of opening a second front. We would just have this long border with a couple mountain regions. Yeah, what resources? Yeah, they got a lot there. That would be nice. Manchuria. Ooh, right here too. Look at that. Yeah, China might be the golden goose that we need to take out. That looks like the goal. Cuz that would be a fight where it's just a land war. Like we're going to lose all our trade routes though. I do not like that. Cuz we have a lot of stuff going over the water here. Honestly, I'd have to create a faction to make that work and get some allies to probably do naval things for us. Because we do not have a navy by any stretch of the imagination. It is non existent. And somehow I'm not researching sonar right now. How did I mess that up? We still do not have anyone working because we just don't have bodies. But we're back up to 93% office fulfillment. So that's looking better. Looks like we have 2 trillion in the treasury too. That's cool. Something's loading. Alright, we caught up with our we're making carrier fighters now. That's good. So we have 6th gen fighters, multi-role fighters, and then multi-role carrier versions. We're starting to stockpile heavy lift aircraft again, but we're only using a 4th gen frame. Probably need to invest in improving that. Alright, so Djibouti thing should be happening in about a month. Go ahead and check on our stuff here. November 13th. So 33 days, I guess, approximately. No, October 31st. So 34 days. So before we declare war, we will be able to annex Kazakhstan fully. So the first near peer has fallen. And it looks like our ports are doing work. We're getting pretty good supply coverage coming in. Which on the flip side means that a lot of our rail lines are also doing work. So I do always like looking at that just to see how the routing's going. Yeah, so all these hubs are maxed out. Trying to push supply. Yeah, the Chechen capital is restricted pretty much. I think there's only, what are there, 5 tiles touching this? Maybe I have one here. Maybe a longer line under here that's max size. I don't know. It's hard to see. But let's look at kind of our fort coverage right now where we have everything built. So we're set up for fighting Kazakhstan and China. Go ahead and integrate Kazakhstan, so that's not even a problem. Alright, so that should reduce, I think we get everything as a core now, right? So that should reduce all of our expense on equipment for maintaining control. That's good. Looks like it fixed a lot of our technological metal problems, but not all of them. Yeah, I imagine our support dropped significantly. Yeah, it should have. That looks like it ate up about 900 IFVs. I remember right. I think I was sitting at like 2,800 needed. And it's going back up. Never mind. We are in the same boat we were. What are we recruiting? Yeah, so we're missing just flat out 500 IFVs. We need that 8 times. And I guess we have some of these mechanized units getting produced. It's just really difficult with the lack of equipment. Alright. The war begins. We'll start our war here in 10 days. And we'll have a formal declaration on Djibouti. We finished the torpedo research. How's our yeah, so we're only halfway through on the space program. That's something I want just so we can get modern doctrines. Like that's how restricted we are. We can't even get any of this, which is crazy. And here we have IFV, so we have armored infantry. That gives piercing. I'm taking the piercing every time. Definitely want that. Recovery rate, armor bonuses, more reliability and piercing. Then we have to make a choice here between main battle tanks and helicopters. Have I ever took the helicopter one? I don't know if I have. But the helicopter tree looks crazy because of the piercing bonuses. You just never stop attacking. For Chechnya, though, because I can't even build helicopters, I feel like I should just go main battle tanks like normal. Give him a ton of armor. And here, give them more survivability, lower their soft and hard attack. Give a lot more reliability, so you can get those like laser tanks, I guess. Where this gives you a reliability bonus in the negative. I think I would go maximum survivability on these, because yeah, I would take less damage just to have our tanks not die as much. For sure. Because our tanks are like we make like 5 tanks. We don't make a ton. They're harder to replace. So we'll go survivability. Yeah, and then we definitely want armor and piercing. Can I switch this at a later date? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Alright. Djibouti's time is up. We're gonna go ahead and get this going. And we'll activate the Marine Division's plan of action. I think we'll just walk through. Our units are pretty technologically advanced. So we walk through there. Get some more equipment. Looks like we've snagged some more tanks, which we need. Which is good. That looks like hypersonics. Go ahead and get it. Alright, Djibouti capitulated. Foreign claim is the Republic of Africa. Yeah, so that unified African nation has a claim over this, but I don't. As Chechens, that's crazy. But we now have Djibouti. And Tajara, or whatever this is. That's the peace conference. We'll go ahead and puppet them in Djibouti. So we'll submit that demand as that, and we're gonna take Tajara's estate so that we have a land base. Alright, so that looks right. We'll go ahead and confirm it. That way we can attack Eritrea straight up. That was the whole goal. And we're gonna keep our Marines here for that. What happens? We provide a bailout. We boost our office opinion. We lose a couple billion. We don't provide a bailout. We lose nope, money. We need political power. I don't care what the other option is. We're giving them a bailout. It's fine, guys. It's fine. We can print more money. Isn't that what everyone does anyway? You just print more money, devalue your currency, and then move on with your day. Right, so we get another agent. That guy that has a ton of abilities. I didn't even look what they were. But we're taking him. I guess Eritrea is gonna be our next target. We can go ahead and look there. I really wish the Somali war had worked out in our favor, but America came in on the fly for that one. Whatever oil's there must be good. They got the good goods. But I think yeah, if we look here on the resource map, Eritrea just gives us more steel. And a little bit of light metals. So that's pretty good. And we get a destroyer hull, first rank. Let's get our second. I'm not seeing us actually cutting into our tanks at all. It just looks like we're accruing more and more tank debt. And also self-propelled guns. Or self-propelled artillery. Not getting better. Do we have a rocket? We have anti-air. Yeah, we're not even making rocket artillery in anywhere. Units. Looks like we do have some units that got made or we accrued. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, these look like they're all Chechen for here. These are all Chechen units. Primary Chechen form. These mechanized units. These actually look like they're mechanized units. So 4 tanks, 4 tanks, not 4 tanks. Marine Command, these are regular infantry too. Oh, that's rough. Almost want to throw them in Africa Command. But we're going to leave them in home. We'll give them commanders. Not good commanders, but commanders. Yeah, that's an infantry. That's a panzer guy. This is an infantry. Looks like he's got paratroop abilities. He's an infantry expert. And we're gonna throw this into another army. And we'll put this guy over them. I'm not even gonna try and say his name. That's crazy. I'm not reading it. I'm just gonna say what it looked like. Just glancing over it. It looks like allegedly Mehmet. That's what his name sounds like. Just looking at it from a glance, like if I didn't read it and I skimmed it, if I skimmed his name. But Yeah, I don't know what else to do with that. Pretty wild. Yeah, so we got some mechanized Chechen army units now. I need to go mothball some divisions. So anything without... See, the C is throwing me off. That's not ours, is it? No, it's 20... Yeah, this is not the format. The C is for Chechnya. Not... Those are Chechens. Not whoever that was. They can't steal our C. I guess I unlocked carriers. So we're gonna go helicopter operators first. And start work on super carriers. I just feel like we'll build one super carrier. And the whole playthrough is a win at that point. We get one of the biggest super carriers with 6th gen drone fighters on it. Does that... I think everyone feels that that's a win. Especially if we have it sail out of here and it survives. And we just have it in our ports off in these islands. Away from the World War. I won't even use it. I'll just have it in like the South Pole or something. Just keep it alive. Alright, I know that our declaration on Uzbekistan is pretty quick here. So, tomorrow. It is the literal next day. Alright, well, that's a good spot to start the next episode at. So, I'll catch everyone on the next one. Take care.